Hello, 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 hello. How we doing? Right, this is just going to be a quick little landing video. We're in cruise, doing Heathrow to Larnaca. We're in the wowzers. We're in the lovely TriStar again, and we've just come onto the SID. We're on Eurocontrol South at the moment. Oh, what a lovely screenshot that is! There's the thumbnail, right there. Awesome. Yeah, we're just passing Dasney, so we're just swinging left now towards Larnaca. Well, towards Cyprus. We'll start seeing that off the nose fairly soon, I would have thought. And yeah, and we'll go in, and I'm looking for... We haven't got any control below Eurocontrol, so he'll drop out once we punch below flight level 245. I'm going to ask for descent in a moment. And yeah, it'll be pretty much joining F base for runway 04. Winds are 050, 13 knots, quite windy. And yeah, straight in. The INS went to rat shit because we got a direct. And then I cocked up the pages, and yeah, so we're not on IRS now, but we're pretty much on the following the radial in 264 radial into Larnaca itself, which is pretty much what the SID does anyway, until we hit DME something something. Probably work that out, and then we'll do the VOR DME X-ray approach on 04. We'll overfly the airfield, then fly out on a radial of 201 until 12 DME, swing it round right, straight onto the ILS. Pretty sensible. But yeah, we are going to need to start our descents. So, BA582 requesting descent.
The 582 descent flight level 260.
Down to flight level 260, speedbird 582. Okay, cool. So down to 26. Oh Jesus, straight past that. So
Eurocontrol South within the server, GN 901, Red level 60.
we can just see Cyprus off the nose. You might just be able to see that.
South, good afternoon. You are identified. Continuous flight.
Golden Cell continuous flight, GN 901.
And bring the speed back to 250. And that's pretty much there already. That's awesome sauce. The localizer's not capturing, annoyingly, which is weird. I don't know why, but there we go. So we'll fly pretty much direct into the Larnaca VOR now. Everything's good on there. Everything's good on there. Cool. So down we go. Might just increase our rate of descent a smidge there. Let's see if we can do a better job of putting this on the floor than we have done in the past. We're still in the thin air. We're cruising up at flight level 390, so quite thin air up here. So as we get lower, obviously our drag will increase. But we're going to maintain speed, so our rate of descent in terms of distance rather than time will remain constant pretty much. But we've still got a reasonable distance to do. I look at the plan and we want to go Bonnet for next. Set this as the active leg. 60 miles to Bonnet. And we can see actually on the DME that we've got just shy of 100 miles, 97 miles to go to Larnaca. I'm going to put that on the... In fact, no, I want that on the ADF. I want that on Larnaca, which is 432. We are actually going to fly to that and swap these over effectively. 432, and that now the yellow needle is going to point towards the Larnaca NDB. I'm sure I've just gone offline. Okay. Good. Well, if he doesn't come back, we'll go over to Unicom, I suppose. Yes, he has gone offline. Strange. There's been a reasonable amount of traffic in and out of Larnaca, but it's now quiet. The 2 departures are now long out. So, in fact, we might see this chap over on the right-hand side somewhere. What's he at 29,000? So he's below us at the moment. Here he is. And the GN 320? Yeah, 320. And then we've got Annex 95 Alpha Hotel, so Jet 2. There's him. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it should all be nice and easy and quiet coming into Larnaca now. We need to be at or above flight level 130. I think Eurocontrol has actually gone. Just randomly signed off. I assume his internet's deaded. So we'll flip it over onto 1228. Over to Unicom. If I see him pop back on, then we'll have a look. And we'll flip back to him, but yeah. So the ILS, what do we overfly the Larnaca VOR at 4,000 feet. Okay. Minimums are 409 feet radio, so that's quite high. 410. Go. Put the beacons on. I do like having the beacons on. So where's that? What? They don't seem to do anything. Yeah. The lights up, but they don't do anything. Where? Ah, marker beacons. Ah, on receive. Okay, cool. It's already on. Noticed that before. So we're flying pretty much straight in on the 285 radial. Interesting. It's 286 on Sky Vector, but on Fast 105, doesn't it? We want to go left a smidge because we can see the needles off to the left a tad. We'll just nudge ourselves over. Yeah, localizer just doesn't seem to want to capture. I don't know why. Still don't know what sync does. Still don't know what these different modes are on here. I'll read the manual one day. Maybe one day soon. Maybe I'll do that this evening actually. Rather than reading the manual, I'll watch some other people's videos who actually know what they're doing on here. Should I turn that light on? That's a little bit on, isn't it? It's dazzling for me, but live with it. So yeah, it's still quite dark on your screen. Why is it so dark? And more importantly, can I lighten it up? Filter. Add. Color correction. brighten it. Oh, hello. That's sort of washing it out. No, that's not what I want. Delete. Oh well, I'll have to live with it, I'm afraid. Yeah, it was nice and sunny when I took off from Heathrow. Obviously, I've not recorded that. I've been pottering about doing other bits and bobs. I'm now off work for a week, so look forward to lots and lots of geflogen. Lots and lots of flying. Geflogen, that's just completely wrong, isn't it? Never mind. And I didn't say that. So yeah, we'll just do this as a little taster of what's to come over the coming week, where I'm going to smash out as many videos as I can. And if you've got any requests, then please do put them in the doobly-doo below. I'll see what I can do. We're just about to break into over Cyprus land. Pretty much there. Yeah, we're over land. I'm not sticking my head completely out the window. So we do actually need to increase our rate of descent. Let's do that. And to aid that, we'll also drop our speed back. Fuel. I've not looked at fuel for a little while. Still got 14 tonnes, so that's in pounds. 15 actually, it tells you there, doesn't it? We only had 32 when we took off, so we still didn't have anything in the auxiliary tanks. So I mean, this thing can fly forever. See why the military like it. It was a 3-hour flight, and we weren't. I think we're about 40% full on fuel. So it can do some long old stints, this beast. And we'll actually get to see Larnaca at night now as well. We've only done Larnaca a couple of times, and that was in Old Pointy, the old Concorde. And I think both of those were during the day. So yeah, I think this will probably be my only flight today. In fact, yes, it almost certainly will, because I'm pretty knackered already. The long old flight. So I'm going to keep the descent going down to... Oh, we've got a limit of 9,000. We're not going to reach it. So actually, let's go all the way down to 4K then. Quiet. Well, yeah. What's it actually called? Alt preset. Might as well turn lock off since it's just not working. Won't key in the ILS yet because we do need the Larnaca VOR. And we're actually quite far off the radial here. So let's just bring ourselves around to get on that a bit better. Increase the rate of descent a little bit more. And turn the signs on. Oh, and I've got a pos rep. Right, well at least that's now. We're not on final and when it's getting all busy. So let's do that. That's that done and out of the way. Excellent. Let's BA virtual happy. I almost got an out of memory error. In fact, I almost got 3 out of memory errors coming out of Heathrow. Where my VAS actually went all the way down to 0 and I got a ping, but it didn't actually fully OOM and then cleared itself up. Still got some tweaking and tuning to do there, obviously. So we need to keep an eye on this DME. So 30 miles to go. We're still ridiculously high. I'm going to bring our speed right back. fact, we can see Larnaca down there now, actually. It's not quite rendered it yet, but we're getting there. Let's just try and get onto this radial, otherwise we're going to have a ridiculously tight turn. I mean, it's a tight turn anyway, looking at the charts. So let's show you the charts then, I suppose. So this is what we're doing at the moment. I'm trying not to use the moving map to navigate, and then so we'll come in, overfly the Larnaca VOR, we'll then turn, come out on this CAT-C/D radial of 201 until we hit 12 DME, swing it all the way around to the right and capture the ILS. This is a slightly offset approach by the looks of it, although it doesn't. No, maybe it's not. And also managing our descent there as well. So intercept the ILS at 2,000 feet, overfly the VOR at 4,000. So we're going to turn and we'll be out here somewhere, and we'll hopefully be hitting this radial and getting reasonably online with it before we hit 12 DME. Let's just dump that onto the screen. It's still very, very high. So I'm going to bring out some lever of shame because the speed is quite high as well. So there's the lever of shame in full action. Interestingly, we're still quite nose high attitude. Nose high on the attitude because we're fast. Engine oil, engine filter warning. Right, I figured this out now. So you flick that over and it seems to go away. Yeah, there we go. That sorted that out. I don't know what it physically does. Ocean Atlas, we've got to be above 6,000 feet. God, yeah, we're well above that. But the auto throttle seems to be having a field day here. But increase this rate of descent further. Speed's getting in check now. Nose will come down. Why is it throttling up if we're actually going faster than the speed? It's this alpha thing, high angle of attack. So there's us on this radial now, there or thereabouts, so we'll turn pretty much straight in. Now we can start seeing Larnaca. There it is. We'll do the full procedural VOR X-ray approach. No other traffic to be worried about there. Oh, need to flick that over. There we go. We will get this height off, but we won't be meeting the procedural height. That's for sure. We can go over to local QNH. That'll help. Won't help with descent. It'll just help me do the right thing. So that's 1021. Lovely weather here, then, by the sounds of it. Eurocontrol didn't come back on, but we're below his airspace now anyway, so really relevant. And we're going to get ready to come out on a outbound radial of, it was 202? 201. Bloody hell. Speed control on this wheel is 201 now. We're getting him pretty close, 8 miles to go. We'll flick lights on now. We'll go over to continuous on there. Galley packs and stuff like that can stay on just for a little while longer. I'm just watching this DME, 6.5 miles. With a quick look at the charts. Yeah, looking okay. Oh, circle to land minimums are higher. Let's actually make, no, let's just leave it. Right, so range to 20. Or at least start the turn, because this thing turns like a small moon. We'll just undershoot 202. And there we are. And we're going to be landing from right to left as we look at that there. It's 201, isn't it? We should see this radial start coming in any moment as we overfly. Are we actually there yet? 2 miles still technically to the VOR. Well, that's still going down actually. There it is, there it starts moving. Over to 201. And we've just punched through it, so we'll go beyond. And we want to go all the way down to 2,000 feet now. So that's on 1128, so I'm going to put that in over here. There we go. So we've got the DME, and we can flick over. Oh, there isn't an ILS. What was an ILS? Oh no, there isn't. Oh, okay, right. So it is going to be a localizer approach then, not an ILS approach. We're going fast, so I'm going to boot the lever of shame out again. 7 DMA. Right, I'm going to start bringing our rate of descent to something a little bit more sensible. There's 8 DMA. And we're looking for an inbound of 043 on the localizer. Four three. 043 on that side as well. Okay, so galley power can come off and packs can come off now. Engine vibration's still moaning, so we'll flick that over to high. There's that one. There's 12 DME, so we're going to start. Yeah, height's not looking too bad now. Still not quite on it, but all the way around to 043. Careful not to move the dial past 180. And there's 043. And then we'll capture this radial then. So it's quite a big turn. Don't think this old beast will make it. I'm completely honest. Have to leave those on. So we're on continuous. We can flick all the lights on now. Quick look, all lit up with the logo light and everything. Yeah, lovely. Good, done it. Awesome sauce. 1,000 to go. We'll get rid of the spoilers. The radial's in front of us, but I'm expecting to probably punch through that. It should be visual round about that time anyway. And here's the speed bleeding off. We'll get ready to start dumping flaps. The slats can come out now already. And we'll come down to our approach speed, which I'm going to guesstimate at around about 160. We have punched through the radial, so we'll just go beyond. Do 30 knots, yeah, we can start dumping flaps. Actually visual here. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I can see that. It's not great on your screen. And now we stay at 6,000 until we hit DME 6.9, and that's when we start our 3-degree glide. We are actually doing this pretty good now. Will it do approachment? No. Okay, well, looking fairly pedestrian at the moment. There we are. So we'll take gear down, dump a bit more flap, yeah, okay, we're good on that. No traffic to warn. We're visual now as well. Looking for 6.9 DME, and then we'll start descending. A little bit more on the flat. Oh, come on, load, load please. So remember, no auto spoilers on this, so I'll be doing that manually. The old thumb wheel. Thumb slider it is I've got actually. Right, now the auto throttle starts having a hissy fit, so we'll go manual on throttle. In fact, I'll tell you what. Go fully manual. Excellent. And we want joystick cam, don't we? We've not had joystick cam for a while. And why have I not got control? What? Why have I not got... Well, the autopilot's still in control. What the actual deuce is going on? Why can I not control the aircraft? Yeah, it's not. Got pitch. I stalled the control surfaces. We'll take flat full. This could be a bit fruity then if I'm struggling for control here. No, I can't. Ah! What the hell? This is going to be a go, right, at this rate. Why have I not got control of the aircraft? There's a bug? I'm holding it there, but then it's overriding my commands. Big flaps up. Big wheels up. Right, let's try and turn all of this off. Look, it's still overriding my commands. I wonder... if we turn that off... Yes, that... No, it's not. Still overriding my commands. Oh, and it's put us into a stall now. What the absolute... Come on, get the nose down. It didn't seem like a very convincing stall. Something has gone very, very weird. Right out of fuel, are we? Not the APU, see if that gives us any more hydraulic. I don't think it's a control surfaces problem. I think it's a flight control problem. It's overriding my commands. If I go into heading hold. See, that's having no problem turning the aircraft. why am I not allowed to turn the aircraft? Let's turn all this back on. And then let's do out hold as well. This hydraulic will look fine. Get back to auto. Our transfer units are on. Auto. Gonna do anything. It's not gonna change anything. I haven't got a huge amount of fuel. And look, it's overriding my commands. Oh, bloody hell. Hi Lewis, this is the Captain Sim TriStar L101. Bit dark on your screen, I'm afraid. Which I've not had any issues with so far until now, and now when I turn the autopilot off it's overriding my roll commands. Don't know why. Go downwind, and then let's drop down to sensible height. I genuinely don't know how I'm going to do this. Put everything on. It might as well leave the packs off. And why is that pack on? Turn that off. Yeah, hydraulics are all fine. The APU on, not that that's really going to make any difference. Seems like a flight control bug. If it's FSUI PC. No, because it doesn't. I've never had this in any other aircraft before. Why would it override my commands even after turning auto flight off? Oh, that's how. It's still overriding it though, look. I can control, but then it just overrides it. I suppose if I keep just juddering the control, I can beat the autopilot into submission. Maybe I'm just going to have to do that. Bloody ridiculous. I'm not doing it in pitch, it's only roll it's doing it for. And it's not my joystick. Well, I say that. Let's have a look. So, no, my joystick's rock solid. Not that. once while it disconnects. Yeah, God, we're going slow. Yeah, so if I stab at the controls, I get control. This is going to be tricky. It doesn't help that we haven't got an ILS. I don't think I've got any rudder either. No, rudder's doing absolutely jack. Rudder limiter? No, because it's not actually moving the control surface. Oh, it is just a tiny bit. Right, okay. This probably won't be on the runway, but my patience for shit software. Oh, well, I was really enjoying this aeroplane, and if it's going to do stuff like this on me, then I end up losing my rag. Weird thing is, still doing it with that off. Oh, in fact, I've got no control whatsoever now. But why is it giving me control with the auto flight on, but not with it off? Well, we've got plug. I don't think we've got much fuel now. No, we haven't. So this is going to have to go on the ground now. So gear down, 3 green, flaps down, engines continuous, backs are off, galley power, those can come off. If I get it somewhere close to the runway, I'll be reasonably happy. Going a bit slow again. Can't keep speeding. I don't think it's the speed that's causing the issue. Well, you can see on the control surface that, or on the yoke, that the yoke's just spazzing out on me. Pushing the rudder, but there's probably not much point. It doesn't seem to do anything. And you can see what I'm doing down there. The aircraft's just not budging. Well, not looking forward to this. Stabbing at the controls, so to force authority. Seems like there's a system that is overriding my controls. I keep saying that, but that's what it feels like. And I'm just fighting against that. It doesn't seem to be a hydraulic issue or anything like that. I'm just not in full control of the aircraft. Come on. Got pitch. That's the weird thing. I've got full pitch control. Well, I say full pitch control. I've got pitch control, but not aileron. I've got no rudder, or no appreciable rudder, and I've got aileron if I stab at it. And this is actually going a lot better than I thought it was going to, but that's famous last words. Come on. Speed up. We're high. Oops. A bit reluctant to boot the throttle. I will drop the nose. So hard. Like, I'm trying to PIO it because it seems to be the only way you can fly. interested to see if we can steer when we get on the ground. Forget how high up we are. Versus, yeah, see, I haven't got pitch. The nose is still up, and I'm fully. Come on, load the textures. God damn it. Oh, somehow, the luck of the gods, we actually managed to get it down. Landing rate wasn't good, but oops, not that one. Strobe off, weather radar come off now as well. And we'll go and park up at Terminal 1. I seem to have control on the ground, so I seem to have the tiller. In fact, the rudder's going the full way now. Oh, and I'm getting full aileron movement. Right, the spoiler's going down there. Spoilers are up. Oh, there we go, it's done it now. Oh, hello, hello. That wasn't the aircraft, that was me. Got away with that. So, big power. Next. Engine. Windshield heating fault. Kristen. Windshield heating fault. That's probably. So here's Terminal 1. At the lovely Larnaca. Oh, I'm glad I'm streaming the landing now actually, and I've caught that because I'll stick it up on the forums and I'll see if it's the person behind the stick, which it probably is, to be honest. But it doesn't feel like that. But who knows? Oops. Come on. Few brakes. My pedals. Lights off. And we do have auto dock here. So yeah, be reasonably good there. Oh, a bit early. More of a nudge. Up. Okay. Parking brake on. Engines off. And 2 and 3. Dim icons. Ground power. Connect. Ground power on. APU off. Seatbelt signs off. Doors Open, chocks in, cargo, cargo, cargo. And that's... Did I put the did I put the slides out? Am I dead? No, I didn't put the slides out. Why does the slide come out? What the hell? Why have the slide? Were the doors still armed? Yeah, they were, weren't they? No, that's not slides though, is it? Oh, that's almost certainly me. Well, I'm not overly convinced. But yeah, there we are, down at Larnaca. Some issues there. I will see if I can figure it out. But look forward to much more flying. Probably not in this until I've got to the bottom of what the issue is and what I'm doing wrong. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time.